In Ephesians chapter 6, the Apostle Paul uses a Roman soldier and his armor as an illustration for what the man or woman of God should look like. He lists out the armor of God that we're supposed to put on, right? There's the belt of truth, there's the breastplate of righteousness, the shoes of the gospel, and the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit. And then in verse 16, he says, "In all circumstances, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming darts of the evil one." Now, what's interesting about all of these different pieces of ancient equipment is that they all exist to protect you, the soldier, except for one, and that is the shield. You see, the ancient Spartans would excuse without penalty any soldier who lost his helmet or his breastplate in battle. But they would punish by death any soldier who lost his shield. And the reason was because a warrior carried his helmet and his breastplate for his own protection, but his shield was for the safety of the whole line. You see, the ancient Greek and early Roman soldiers fought together in what was called a phalanx, which was basically just a military formation. Soldiers would carry their shields in their left hands, protecting themselves as well as their soldier on their left, and in their right hand they would carry their spear. This meant that you had to trust the soldier on your right and you had to love the soldier on your left. And this required a close relationship, a community, a brotherhood among soldiers. You see, your faith is not your own. It does not primarily exist for you. It is a shield meant to strengthen the man or the woman next to you. It exists for the safety and the protection and the strengthening and the encouragement of the whole community of Christ followers. And so when Paul tells us to take up the shield of faith, that means that your faith should be a shield, a protection, a strengthening, an encouragement, a lifeline to those who are engaged in warfare next to you. That's your wife or your husband, that's your kids, your friends, your family, your community group, your partners in ministry. Those are the men and women who are counting on your shield, your faith, to catch and extinguish the flaming arrows of doubt and discouragement, hopelessness, anger, anxiety, depression, and a whole host of other malicious attacks thrust upon them. See, they need you to be strong and courageous in battle, and we as the church need to be willing to stand together, shield to shield, to become the most dominant fighting force on the planet, a community of faith.